And now I'm crying over this man that I didn't even really like. Like, he's a mediocre white man like the rest of them. And here I am crying about him, but it's not even about...
Wait a minute.
This is for all my girlies who, like me, have a God complex and an inferiority complex. Why do I find it so hard to shoot my shot when I want somebody? Like, baby, I know what I look like. I know that I'm bringing this to the table. I debated posting this on my main account or not because... because it's a little personal. But, you know, I've been speaking a lot about how awful men treat women overall. And I just had the shittiest experience on top of, like, truly 10 plus shitty experiences with men since I've been single. And I had a guy that I matched with that was putting in all this effort to make a date with me, planning the time, the date, the place, telling me all these things about him and how good of a catch he is and this and that, basically being what I call a fuckboy in sheep's clothing. And because I don't think there's a problem with sleeping with someone on the first date, we did. But we also had like a nice connection and I thought we really liked each other. And then afterwards he kind of ghosted, kind of didn't. He came back with some saucy messages here and there, reactions to my stories, to my, you know, pretty pictures of me and stuff. And then I finally, to try to be like, what the hell is going on? I said, so when's our next date? When we gonna get together and watch Survivor or something? And he was like, whenever you want. Like, I'll hop on a train and come to you whenever you want. And I said, you know, your energy has really changed. Were you only looking for something casual?
Possible. You know what? Eric, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know what? Eric, this ain't your lane. Let Abba talk. That's his lane. I'll shut up now. Sorry, what were you saying?
That was a lot. Undoubtedly, some people mislead others. Also, maybe you weren't even misled. Maybe he really was interested. Then he had with you, right? You cleaned the pipes. And maybe this wasn't good. Maybe he just didn't like you throughout the date. When someone's interests you initially, it doesn't mean that that's constantly going to carry over. And two dudes have to understand that what you're putting forth initially, understand you may be asking from them a larger investment than what you're actually willing to reciprocate. Right? Based off how you're talking to them. It's like sometimes guys can sometimes give off that impression to ladies based off how they act, how much they show an interest. Like, you also have to be cognizant of how your actions come across as a man. I've had this happen to me before where I thought I was really into someone and I could just tell you, man, just after having sex once, like, I was like, oh, hell no, we can't do it. Or maybe you show up on the date and you still go through a really nice date with the girl, but she doesn't look nearly as good as her pictures. Okay? Or maybe you go on a date and you realize this girl's annoying as fuck, but you still show a good face. And then afterwards, well, why would he keep saying nice things to me? Because it's sometimes hard to tell someone, you're annoying as fuck and I don't want to talk to you, because you actually think they're a good person, but you don't want to hurt their feelings. So there's a lot of things at play that people aren't willing to say directly.
That's what you're saying.
That they're actually thinking on the inside, because saying the truth may be too rude.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, sometimes saying the truth is rude.
People don't like confrontation.
No.
And it took him 6 hours to reply, watched all my stories in the meantime, and said, hey, I had a really great time with you, but I don't see this going anywhere seriously, honestly. I wasn't looking for anything outright. Yeah, well, you could have told me that after you decided to sleep with me again. After you decided that you don't see this going anywhere serious. I don't know what has to get through men's little fucking pea brains to understand that if you're outright about it, usually we're gonna be chill with it.
Okay, so this is where she loses me, right?
Okay.
Because you see a change in heart and you think it's due to
You played.
you're a boy, or you have some malicious intention. Sometimes you just lose interest. Sometimes the person you meet in person isn't what you want. That happens. The same way, ladies, you can come into a date and say, I'm ready, I'm down to then you start to have second thoughts, and that it's okay. You're allowed to change your mind at any point. You're allowed to say after the first date, I don't want to see the guy. We're not here to think, oh, you just wanted a free meal out of me, you fucking cheap. No, sometimes you're just not into the guy that you meet in person. I've had girls go on one day with me and say, I don't want to see you again. It happens. It's okay. But you can't always. This is the bad blood that exists in politics, that exists in dating.
If it's not this, it's that.
People will never think that you're coming at things with good intentions.
Yeah.
All the guys that go on dates with are asshole and narcissists.
Yeah.
All my exes are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
The reason why you remember something differently than me is you're trying to gaslight me. Or maybe two people can witness the same thing and remember it completely different. Because memory is foggy. People always assume that you got fucked up intentions if they're feeling a fucked up emotion.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm hurt, therefore you intended.
You wanted to hurt me. Yeah.
They never just say, things didn't work out. All right? So, I'm not saying that there aren't people who do manipulation. I'm not saying there aren't people who do that kind of misleading stuff.
But we have to
But you can't assume that's everybody.
If he would have been honest with me from the get-go, I would have been like, sure. And now I'm crying over this man that I didn't even really like. Like, he's a mediocre white man, like the rest of them. And here I am crying about him, but it's not even about...
Wait.
And if you guys like today's video, make sure you put a little like, a little comment. It helps us out with that YouTube algorithm.
Wait a minute. This right there makes me think of, yo, you cute and everything and stuff. Yo, you just a bitch anyways. That's what I like. Well, after you get rejected, you know when guys act like that, they catcall you and then you say no and then they like, that made me think about that. Like once you got rejected, now he's just a like basic ass motherfucker.
He's a mediocre white man.
Yeah, but that's what you wanted. You slept. So it says more about you than the man because you slept with a mediocre white man.
And I promise you go to the comments of this thing and they'll all be like, girl, I get you, I understand.
Yeah, probably.
So a woman can just get up here and talk shit about men like this.
Yes.
Mediocre white man.
Which,
you imagine if I stopped seeing a girl and I was like, man, see, that's the problem with women. She was just a mediocre black woman. Y'all would lose your fucking minds. You would lose your fucking minds. Don't even cap.
You're on your own.
Don't even cap.
You're on your own.
You would lose your mind.
I'm not doing
And this is a toxicity of women that gets to be online without anybody calling them out on their bullshit. And not only do they get to do it, it's yes, queen. Go, girl. Tell them the truth. Fuck Zaddy.
What did you say?
Fuck Zaddy?
Fuck.
I don't know, bro. Ain't that what the kids say?
Ain't that what the kid? How old are? I'm the old one, not you.
Nigga, I don't know what happened, bro. This pandemic aged me like 10 years, bro. I be looking outside my curtain like,
Get off my lawn. You ain't got no lawn.
yeah, I know. It's really what happens, bro. I be looking out like, fucking kids. The color people.
It's not even about him. It's about the disrespect.
It's about your ego. Boo-boo.
That's ego.
Take a few seats. Take several seats, okay? You have a overinflated sense of self-worth, one. Two, you haven't been checked by life enough to humble yourself.
But I can. You know, she said she had a God syndrome. This what she said?
The God complex?
The God complex.
I don't think she said that. Where?
The
first one, she said, I know I'm working with all this. Look at me, honey.
This is for all my girlies who, like me, have a God complex and an inferiority complex.
A God complex and an inferiority complex. Not even mad at you.
Come, bro. She started the fucking video with that shit. So, I ain't mad.
See, I wasn't trying to gaslight you into thinking that didn't happen. We just remembered it.
No. You trying to gaslight me? No. You a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You trying to.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You just remember it differently. That's.
And you couldn't even do me the favor of just being upfront with me. Instead, I have to sit here and think that, oh, maybe someone actually values me for more than just my body, you know?
I'm sorry. I don't care what it is. Once a woman starts crying, I start chuckling. Yeah, you can miss me with them tears, okay? Y'all got to learn to handle your L's more gracefully because that's not even that big of an L, one. And two, okay? How you gonna shit on this man? Tell you, oh, you know, he's average, mediocre, white man. I ain't like him that much. I'm like, why would somebody value it? Like, yo, chill,
Ego.
Okay? Get off your high horse.
Ego.
Get off your high horse. I've taken way bigger L's than that and never thought of talking about women the same way you did. Bitch, I was in the bushes and I was still like, she's a pretty cool girl.
Jeez, Albert, you have more stories like that?
Yo, got enough stories like that, bro.
Please tell us more.
Bro. I'm gonna just tell you this. You know what? For therapy, I used to sit in a dark room and play fucking... I used to play in a dark room when I was heartbroken. I used to play Brian McKnight. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Yeah, Brian McKnight.
Yeah, sorry about
Yeah,
that.
Mr. White Knight. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the darkness. Crying. You want to talk about bitch behavior? Nigga, I did that shit. But never thought the whole time I was like, these fucking mediocre losers. Huh? 'Cause I didn't even like it. I just took my L. And I cried.
You went in your room in your little dark space?
Yes. Only me and Brian McKnight know.
But you know what they say?
What?
Being vulnerable is the new sexy.
Oh, shit, bro. That shit was pathetic. But all this to say, you gotta look at yourself and find out why you take a rejection so terribly, one. And two, why you're so comfortable broadcasting it to the world and not recognizing your own dysfunction in that moment. And it's like you even posted that shit online looking weird. So, that's just my thoughts on it. But, yeah, you lost all sympathy for me. Once you started talking shit about people like that, that's crazy. And ladies, you gotta also admit, if a man did that shit, y'all would never let that shit fly. Never. Mediocre black woman. That's crazy talk. I'd never think of saying some shit like that. And I've had, mediocre people reject me.
Yeah,
and you know what? It's okay.
It's okay.
I took that L.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's so fucking average. I didn't even want her. No. I wanted you in that moment. You were trying to get with that guy. You are the one who's so butthurt about it. If he's that mediocre, what does that fucking make you?
Mediocre.
Below mediocre. Because he's not bothered by it. He's not bothered by you whatsoever.
God damn.
He already moved on. You're the one who's butthurt. Get your shit together, yo. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. What do you think?
Like I said, Eric, shut the fuck up. This ain't your lane. This ain't my lane.
No.
But you said what you said, and I understand exactly what the fuck you mean. Like, I see what you're saying. I see. And the switch up is really weird. It's not because, you said that. You really said that.
Yeah. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? Want to hear from you guys.
And yeah, that's not my lane. I had to let you go. That's not my lane.